back up here. This time I'm with my dad. We're coming up here mainly to camp for my birthday weekend, which my birthday is today. But we're also gonna come up here, check some trail cams, and also refortify the perch blind. But we're gonna come up here, have a good time. Let's see what muleys we could find up here. It's a little makeshift little blind that we built years ago. As you can see, it kind of needs a little bit of TLC. But I moved this log in here to sit on. Right now, we just gotta put these branches up to about this high across. But there is a trail that comes this way and across the cliffs. And there's also a trail that goes this way.
2 hours later.
Well, we just got done rebuilding and fixing the perch. Looks pretty good. We flattened the floor a little bit. Dug up this rock actually. My dad dug it up right there. We put it here to kind of act as a little table. And we put these hooks on for either a bow or a backpack. We put 2 of those up. I'm gonna show you around. This is the door. Walk out. It's not that bad. I mean, it's better than what it was years and years ago. Probably back in like what? 14, 15 years old. We came up here and built a little blind here because there's a few deer trails that come right through this area. The deer seem to use it as like a transition spot where they just kind of move through. There is a few beds up on the cliff. In fact, we do have a trail camera up there right now that we're going to check here in a bit, but it's a pretty cool little spot. You can actually lay down and sleep in it. There's a log right here. You could fit probably about 2 to 3 people here. And then there's a spot right there where my dad's sitting. But it's a cool little spot.
Same time here.
It looks like not only were they eating all the minerals, but it looks like they were kicking at the ground. So let's take a peek and see what's in there. So we just checked the stealth cam here, and it turns out that there is a pretty sweet looking 2-point that has some type of growth on his right side, which is probably making his antlers grow a little funky. There's a few doe that have been visiting, along with a 3-point, well, 2 3-points. 1 3-point looks like a whitetail, so we're going to nickname him Whitey. But there is a nice shooter buck that's also visiting. He's not a giant, but he has a pretty cool, sweet looking rack. It's pretty unique, and if I was within range of him, I'm gonna stick him with an arrow. We'll pack up here, go up to a glass point, and maybe check another stealth cam before heading back to camp.
Thanks for following along with us today.
On this bad boy. So we got done checking this stealth cam here. There's a lot of scenery pictures on it, but the only buck that we seen on it was a buck we're going to be nicknaming Grenade, just because he has a weird growth on his backside. It kind of looks like a grenade, but he does have a funky set of antlers, so that could be due to the injury. And then there was a doe that was on it, but due to all the scenery pictures, I'm going to move this one onto the other side of the tree so that it's not getting so much of the shadows and the sun coming through it. But not too bad. Not too bad of a day. So I'm just getting to the spot where I'm going to be setting up that trail cam. The perch is about 40 yards that way. I got this camera. It's not a stealth cam. It's like a new camera. I can't really pronounce the name. It's like Mule or something like that. So let's go up to the next trail cam. Just got done checking this cam. And we have 2 more shooter buck coming in right here. That's good. They're a little bigger than Prince Charming up there, but at least now there are at least 4 bucks that I would personally consider as like shooter bucks. So this season is getting more and more exciting every trip. So I'm gonna lock this one back up, change the SD cards, and let's go take a look at all the other ones. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Hopefully when I get home I could plug it into the computer and see if I could pull anything up from it. Hopefully there's something on it, because it looks like things have been coming into the Salt Lick, so just kind of discouraging. That sucks. Oh well, we're still getting buck on the other trail cams, and I have 2 more to check down here, and on the way out I'm gonna check another one that we checked a few days ago, but while I'm there I'm just gonna check it anyways just to see. And I spotted a really nice 3-point, and he has eye guards. There's another deer with him. So they're clear over in these trees right here. I just pulled out the phone scope with the good old Vortex to get in close for you guys. So by the looks of it, just checking out these photos, a really nice 4-point that's still growing, that's visiting the spot. There's a really heavy 3-point. There's those fawns, they're still coming back here with their mom. There's some other nice little 2-point bucks, and in fact there's a pretty decent sized 2x3 that's stopping by also. So far that's all that's coming by this cam, at least. So I just got done checking this stealth cam. There's quite a few buck that are visiting, and in particular there's a really nice 4-point buck. He's been coming through here late at night and into the early mornings, but I think I have him on one of my other trail cams up there too, but that's pretty awesome. I'm going to swap SD cards, lock this thing back up, and get it ready. That's pretty cool. Getting excited, I tell you what, I am getting excited. Back up here on the mountain. Coming up here to check some trail cameras. There's a doe just 30 7 yards from me right here. I come around this tree right here and she's just bedded there. On this scouting trip, I'm just going to kind of show you guys a little slideshow of all the photos and images from all the trail cameras that I'm going to check today. And I'll kind of go over them and discuss what I think towards the end. So I'll see you guys a little bit later and enjoy. So as you guys saw, there are quite a few buck to choose from this season. There's at least 4 buck that I would consider shooters, and there's a few more that are decent sized buck that I might pull the trigger on. It's been a pretty good scouting season for sure. I did end up pulling this stealth cam from down in that meadow where another hunter ended up putting up his stealth cam. So I decided to pull it and bring it up down here over into another meadow to see what animals, and also, of course, deer are coming through this spot. This is more of an easier spot to hike into, so I mean, more for like my sister, maybe my dad, or if you're just coming up for an evening, like a late evening hunt. But it's more of a transition area, so we'll see what comes through here. I'm thinking about putting it on one of these trees overlooking this little meadow. But it's been a pretty good scouting season. All that's left to do now is go home and finish my homework and kind of game plan more on what to do come opening day. I kind of roughly have an idea of what I'm going to do come opening day, but it's not set in stone yet. I still got to see how the buck are moving around, and particularly the few target bucks that I'm going to try to go after, and see where they're going to be different times of the day, how often do they frequently visit, and all that stuff. So me and my dad are only going to be up here for the first 2 days of the season, and then we're going to be flying out to Alaska to do our caribou hunt. So it's going to be fun. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, we invite you guys to subscribe to the channel so you could join us on more and future adventures. I hope everyone had a great off season and a great scouting season, and I wish all of you guys the best of luck this hunting season. See you guys next time.